guys, so today I am here to do part 2 of the One Direction book tag. You guys might not know, but 2 years ago I created the One Direction book tag, and I will leave a link down to it below so that you can go check out the original version. And when I did that book tag, Only Up All Night, Take Me Home, and Midnight Memories were out, so now I decided to come back and do a second part to it using 4 and Made in the AM. And if you guys didn't know, I'm a massive fan of One Direction. Like, they're my life. I love them so much. So basically I just took songs from 4 and Made in the AM and came up with book related questions for them, and I found these songs more difficult to come up with questions for than the other 3 albums, but I tried my best. So the first song I have is History, and that is a book that you've read a lot or that you talk about a lot, just a book that you have a lot of history with. And I was gonna go with Harry Potter, but I decided to go with Twilight by Stephanie Meyer, and not because I've read this book a lot, I've only read it all the way through once, but when I did read it I really loved it. And the reason why I thought I have kind of a lot of history with it is because I tried to read this book so many times. When I was younger, I didn't like to read at all. I hated reading, but I wanted to love reading. So I would try all these books, and I kept trying to read Twilight because like everyone was obsessed with it. So I kept trying to read it, but I just couldn't do it. And then finally, one day, I finally got through it and I loved it. The second song I have is Never Enough, and that is a series that you wish had more books. And I don't know if this is really a series, but I'm gonna go with like the Anna and the French Kiss books, like Anna, Lola, and Isla. I just wish that there were more because I can never have enough of these. I love them all so much, and I just wish that there were more. The third song I have is What a Feeling, and that is a book that gives you all of the feels. And there are so many that I could use for this, but I decided to go with Fangirl by Rowan Burrell because I just remember reading this book and loving it so much and just having so many feelings because I love them so much. Kath and Levi are just the cutest, and they made my little heart flutter. The next song I have is Fireproof, and that is what book would you save in a fire? And I can tell you from experience, I wouldn't save any of them, but hypothetically, I think that I would choose this Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone Illustrated Edition. I don't have any books on my shelf now that are very sentimental to me, so I feel like I would choose this one just because it was pretty expensive. The next song I have is No Control, and that is a character that you didn't think that you would like, but you ended up really liking them, like you had no control over liking them. And for that, I'm gonna go with Warner from the Shatter Me trilogy. I kind of knew that I was going to like Warner just because everyone did, so I thought, okay, I might like him too. But like when I first read the book, I was like, why do people like this guy? He's awful. And then I just couldn't help but fall madly in love with him. The next song I have is 18, and that is the book that got you into YA. For that, I would have to go with The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Before this, I had read some series, but I would like take long breaks in between reading books, and I hadn't really gone that much into YA. I think Twilight was the extent of YA that I had read, but once I read this, then I just started wanting to read all of the YA, and I would read them back to back. There was no space in between, and here I am today doing the same thing. The next song I have is Drag Me Down. That is a book that other people don't like, but that you love. It doesn't matter how many people drag it. And for that, I'm gonna go with Girl Online by Zoe Sugg. I absolutely loved this book. I thought it was so adorable, and I just had so much fun reading it. And I see a lot of people try to drag this book down because they just don't like having YouTuber authors and because of the whole ghostwriting scandal, and a lot of people just don't like the content of the book, and that's completely fine, but I absolutely adored it. Next song is Girl Almighty, and that is your favorite badass heroine. And for that, I'd have to go with Katniss Everdeen, using Hunger Games again, but I absolutely adore Katniss. She is one of my favorite characters of all time. I just admire her so much, and I love that she is a badass heroine, but she's also very broken at the end of the series, and I just think that's like a wonderful thing, that even though she's such badass and she's so strong, she's not past being broken, and I don't know, I just love her so much. The next song I have is Perfect, and that is your perfect reading setting. And for me, that would be in my bathtub. I would just fill up my bathtub, put a really nice bath bomb in it, and a bubble bar, light some candles, and read my book in my bathtub, and also probably have like a glass of tea, and yeah, it would just be a great time. And then the last song is Steal My Girl, and that is an OTP where you like the second love interest, and this doesn't usually happen to me, but I'm gonna go with the Delirium trilogy. I liked the love interest that was introduced in the second book. I really did like the first love interest, but once he was introduced, I just fell more in love with him, and I prefer him. So yeah, those are all of the questions, so now I will tag a few people. I'm not really sure who on BookTube loves One Direction, but if you're watching this video and you love One Direction, please go do it and leave me a comment down below. Let me know that you're going to do it so I can check out your video. But I'm going to tag Payton from BookHowler, and I'm going to tag Selin from BookFlix. I'm going to tag Shannon from Cozy Tea Reads, and yeah, those are the only people I can think of, but feel free to do this tag. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what your favorite One Direction song is, and yeah, I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!